Hey folks, we're going to spend just 1 minute looking at each one of these alleged 10 videos of the paranormal, and we're starting right now. Video number 10 on our list comes from the state of Massachusetts in the United States. After seeing an unusual flash in the sky, the two siblings went outside to check what had happened. Strangely, when the camera pans up toward the sky, it looks almost as if a cloud is moving at a rapid speed, though the eeriest part of the video is when the siblings seem to capture footage of a humanoid figure watching them from behind the protection of a tree. Upon seeing the creature, the siblings of course rushed back into the house, and there were no other follow-up videos on the experience. Video number 9 in our top 10 list comes from the year 1992 and from near a small stream called Rough River in Quebec, Canada. Late in the evening, a group of snowmobilers reported seeing what they originally thought was a dead body buried in the snow. When they went to inspect it though, what they found was something far more bizarre. The snowmobilers seemed to have discovered a dead extraterrestrial body. After reporting it, the investigators came to the scene and used ropes to lift the body for inspection, possibly out of fear of contracting any diseases from it, whether it be human or extraterrestrial. Some have said it was simply the body of a deceased child who died of hypothermia, but it seems strange that only the head of the victim would expand so much while the rest of the body would not. Video number 8 on our list comes from a security camera in the country of Mexico and is spooky to say the least, as the security camera appeared to capture something descending from the sky. However, the entity had especially unusual properties, as it appeared to even change shape and possibly even color throughout the video. While at first descending with a more horizontal and almost ship-like shape, by the end of the video the entity appears to take on a long vertical shape. The fact that the object changed shape makes it less likely it was a drone in disguise. Some have claimed the object was simply a glitch within the camera causing a residue image, but this seems unlikely as the dogs in the video clearly seem to see something as the object descended and moved across the ground. Video number 7 in our list comes from March 26, 2020, and was a recording of what appeared to be 3 objects flying over the moon. It's unclear from the video whether the objects were rising up from beyond the moon's horizon or if they were actually lifting off of the moon itself. But what was clear was that these objects were not image distortions, as the objects seemed to have corresponding shadows shown on the moon's surface as they flew over it. With a zoomed-in shot of the objects, they appear to have a round shape, and it's unclear whether they are composed of 2 different colors or if the division is caused by one half of each object to be illuminated by the sun. Video number 6 in our list comes from 2019 and appears to be a potential UFO captured by a camera on the SpaceX rocket's re-entry. The object passes quickly, but when the footage is put into slow motion, the object appears to have a circular opening in the middle, suggesting it might be debris from the craft itself. However, some have suggested this is unlikely given that the UFO was captured approaching from the front of the craft rather than breaking off and flying away from the back. Video number 5 on our list comes from the Confessionals podcast on Instagram, and the footage was reportedly filmed in India. At first in the video, it almost appears as if a cloud in the far distance is releasing rain, except the apparent rain seems to not only shift in and out of sight, but a black speck appears to descend from the cloud and also disappear behind the larger cloud in the front of the image. Not long after, it appears as if the cloud quickly shrinks into the distance and eventually disappears. Video number 4 on our list comes from a man who thought he heard noises coming from his attic. Upon inspection of the attic, he first seems to notice what appeared to be a liquid on the floor of the attic. The man seems to struggle in the dark, but eventually hears something truly disturbing. After hearing the noises, The man pans the camera across the room, and he seems to capture the unexpected on tape. Oh my God! There were no other videos uploaded about the incident, so it remains a mystery to this day. Video number 3 in our list is a triple header, as it shows an initial video including the original footage of a potential UFO over Las Vegas, Nevada, followed by 2 videos about a family in the Vegas area being plagued by the paranormal that same night and months later. In the first video, you can see from a police officer's body cam a massive presumed meteor blasting through the Earth's atmosphere. However, this is only the beginning, as things only became stranger from there, as a local family within Las Vegas claimed they all observed 10-foot extraterrestrials in their backyard. However, things became even more spooky, as nearly a year later, in the spring of 2024, a member of the family reported a crucifix in the home had the figure of Jesus broken off of the crucifix, and that the crucifix then began to float while upside down before dropping to the floor moments later. Video number 2 on our list comes from a woman who recorded this UFO from the window of her plane in 2024 while departing LaGuardia Airport. This object moves so rapidly in the initial shot that the footage has to be slowed down significantly just to get a glimpse of the UFO. Some have suggested it may have been a piece of the plane itself, but this seems implausible given the object appears to be relatively far from the plane if it were to have torn off from the front of the craft. Last but not least, video number 1 on our list comes from the US government. In 2020, the US government released footage of 3 UFOs captured by Navy pilots on their air cams. One of the videos shows an incident from 2004, and the other 2 were recorded in January of 2015. Though formally released to the public in 2020, the videos technically became public after unauthorized leaks occurred in 2007 and 17. But this time, the US government was willing to say the footage is authentic, and they have no answer for what the objects in the sky may have been.